Hello and welcome, this is Oshi. This is gonna be another unboxing because, well, it's gonna be spring hopefully soon and I need the spring deck. And what more springish than Ostara, right? So I ordered this deck not long ago in February when I'm recording this, and it arrived quite quickly, to be honest. So I'm gonna be filming this a lot more in advance that I'm starting to actually use the deck. But I don't think that matters to you, it just matters to me. So the box, I removed the shrink wrap because, well, you don't need to hear that. And it's quite a bit of smaller, the deck actually, than I expected it. Because I don't know, when you watch close-up walkthroughs, you kind of have this idea that the deck is huge when it's not. So I guess that just happened to me, but the box looks really cool anyway. And usually I'm not a fan of decks that were created by multiple artists, because I like the cohesion of the same art style. That's one of the main reasons why I don't think I would ever get those 28 decks where every card is made by a different artist. I love those decks because I can discover new artists and new deck creators, but I'm not someone that would I don't think I could read with them without getting constantly distracted by the fact that it's so different from each other. But who knows, that's just now. But with this deck, yeah, there's nothing about that. I mean, no pictures on the back side, but if you wanna, read it, you can read it while I'm blabbering. The art style is different, but it's still similar enough that it has like that, cohesive power or whatever. So I'm not bothered by it. And this is my first, I think it's red feather. Am I saying that correctly or not? Whatever, we're gonna check. Ooh, it's sparkly. There's some slight glitter on the, I don't know, can you see? On the, yeah, I think you can see on the guidebook. I don't know why. So, but these are the 4 artists, in case you want to check them out. And the box is really cool, like, you can just display it and keep it and whatnot. Oh, it's red feather. Okay, so this is my first red feather deck, but I heard so many good things about the quality of it that I have high expectations, to be honest. It's very nice looking guidebook with every card has a picture in it, so you can actually carry this around with you if you want to study the guidebook without the deck itself. And let's see if I can just get it out. Oh, so it's the gilding, I think that's where this shimmery very soft glitter is coming from. Okay, I appreciate when it's just deck creators or companies back the decks with only this band, especially if it's paper and not another layer of shrink wrap, because I know that proves that the deck hasn't been touched and whatnot. But to be honest, I'm more happier if I don't have to just go through that again. So as you can see, it's a beautifully silver gilded, but it already cuts into my hand, so I hope that that's gonna just soften up, because that would be a bummer. But where to put? Okay, we have serious glare because it's in the evening, but hopefully when I'm holding up the card like this, it's not gonna be bothersome. So let's just go through the cards, and there has to be a section in the book who did what, but if I remember correctly, and there's a name under every page so you can check, the majors were a collaborative thing, like they were individually created, but it wasn't just one artist, and then each artist have one suit. Okay, so the Fool sitting on a broomstick, so it's quite a different vibe than the usual, you know, Fool energy, but at the same time, what would you think when someone starts running around, you know, a broom between their legs? You won't necessarily think that, oh, they're sure gonna fly, but you can't be you can be certain, because who knows. And yeah, these are the backs, which are really, really like, they are not necessarily have the same feeling as the front, but which is so interesting to me when there's a deck and the back is just so out of place compared to the rest of the deck. Like, why? Okay, it's a bit sticky. So the Magician with all the eyes, there's eyes on it can be a she or a he, doesn't really matter. It's a head in a labyrinth, and there's a snail, another snail, which we like here in this channel. And there's a little tiny figure on a boat. So the guidebook, hopefully, let's check, but I'm hopeful that the guidebook, you know, tells about why. You can read it with me. Not sure. Yeah, I don't think that there's enough information about the illustration, which is sad, but maybe they have it on some website or some other stuff, so I will look around. So yeah, the High Priestess, as you know, I mean, if you're following me or this channel for a while, you know that this is my card. And at first I didn't really, you know, I was like, I don't like the High Priestess because she has those bug eyes, and I'm like, eh. So in this deck, this is definitely not my favorite card. But the rest of the deck just gives that really nice springy feeling, and I haven't seen any other deck that would give me the same feeling, so I decided that I will, you know, get over myself and, oh, it sticks. Oh, I hate when they do that. Get over myself and, you know, just get it. The Empress, I really like the Empress though, because she looks like she's, you know, living in the forest and speaks the language of the animals and the plants and flowers and whatnot, which I really appreciate and like. A very different Emperor, but not surprising. But I kind of like, you know, all these, not necessarily tattoos, maybe just markings on his skin. I'm sure everything has a meaning that I'm not completely understanding. I mean, there are obvious ones like this, or the snake, serpent. This could be maybe the wheel, you know, the faith, that thing, you know what I mean? I like the Hierophant. I'm not necessarily liking the, you know, the art style, but I really like that it's a book, because you can just get so much knowledge from books, and I think it's really cool that it's highlighted in the Hierophant card. And I like the overall feeling and colorization of the deck. The Lovers, and it has a bit more of a shadowy side of it if you think about it, because they are so immersed in each other's world that they don't see that there might be too much heat around them, or at least it feels like that. That they are oblivious to everything else in the world, everything that's happening, which happens when you fall in love. The Chariot, sorry, but they are stuck together. Much more I don't know why I'm drawn to this, you know, color scheme, like the grayish bluish things, but I do like them. Maybe because I'm an airhead through and through. But yeah, I appreciate the chessboard and the chess pieces. Justice, with a very old concept of justice. And since American Gods, I'm very much back into this, appreciating this concept of it, which is a very cool show. I don't know if any of you is watching it, but if you're not, then I can just recommend it, because that's one of my favorite ones. It's just aesthetically so pleasing, and the story and everything, and I love the book as well. So yeah, American Gods, go watch it. But the Hermit, now I don't remember about this card. But there's a cave and mushrooms and a lamp. I don't really know what this is exactly, or what's, I mean, it looks like a piece of clothes, but it looks like it's alive, so not entirely sure what this could be. Some little creature. Oh, and there are bats in this corner. So yeah, there's a lot of what's going on in this one. I'll check the guidebook, but I'm not sure that's gonna be enough information, unfortunately. We're back with a lot of eyes with the Wheel of Fortune, but also the Thread of Fate. And I like when the creators put that in the Wheel of Fortune, because I think that's just so perfectly illustrates what the Wheel of Fortune is for me. And we have a dragon, so yes, strength with the dragon. You got me there, for sure. And there's a heart, and the moon and the sun. I mean, the sun and the moon. And those are, you know, cities. Very, very interesting. The Hangman. Oh, I didn't notice when I was watching the walkthrough of someone else, but those are pumpkin heads, and there's a lying wolf. And we have the Hangman just completely just chilling there. And there's a deer, and there's, I think that's a serpent, right? And something I can't exactly see what's there. But there's one of the artists at least puts a lot of small details into the illustration, and I love discovering them, because they can be very useful during reading, when, you know, suddenly something that you haven't noticed before will jump at you. Okay, we have that with a very how do you say this in English? You know, everything's all over the place. There's this bird creature with a skeleton, but there's also feathers, and you know, all the stages or 3 dimensions of a hand. So in a way, it's, you know, it's everything and nothing at the same time, which is really cool. I mean, it's transformation through and through. Temperance. Oh, please let me know which art style is your favorite, by the way. Which card do you actually really like, and which don't, and why? I mean, it's hard. I know it's a hard question, but Temperance with animals over there and animals over here as well. And it looks like she has Pandora's box, maybe? I'm assuming it's not, but it could be. The Devil. Oh, I like this Devil one. Keeping the humans like tiny little animals. And the spider, yay! Another human, probably. Though not sure that I get we can get away from what's keeping us chained from this one. It much more feels like we're just playthings for bigger energies, which is in a way true. But the devil card is not for me. It's not about that. So, oh, the tower is really cool. I really like this one. I mean, it's falling down. Everything is on fire, but there are birds around it because they're gonna fly away and start anew. And that's the whole point of a tower. It burns everything so that you can start over and better. The star. Oh, interesting that it's going down, not up. Oh, my cat. No, I don't care. Sorry. She just wants food. But it's too early. And she thinks that I'm talking to her. The moon. Interesting. But I kind of like it. I mean, did you guess about the color scheme that I'm liking this? Okay, the sun is a very different. Oh, but can you see how good they are with the colors? Like the bluish night themed moon and the very nice. But still, it's a pastel. Pastel are more muted colors for the sun, so it's not as bright as the usual ones. But I don't mind. And it's interesting because it's not a baby, and it's some creature with a fly wings or something like that. Okay, we have Judgment. And we have the Word, which I absolutely love. Interestingly, it gives off the feeling of a humanless card, which in a way is very cool because we're not as important as we think we are. So those were the majors. I'm gonna put them aside because Tita, my cat, thinks she needs to come up, but she doesn't. So we have, okay, I'm gonna check who's responsible for wands, and then you can decide. Wands is by, okay, where is the name, please? Not here. I thought that it's gonna be at the section where, okay, cool. I'm gonna show you the name so you don't have to just rely on me saying that. Because Julia Iredale, I guess that's wands, but I don't want to butcher her name. So this is Julia. Yeah, okay. So you get the number over there, but other than that you have to guess. But I mean, it's not that hard because it's a wand. We'll see how it's gonna be for the other ones. With a little mouse and a lot of fire, and it gives off the feel of autumn. Two of Wands. Quite a different Two of Wands than we have usually. So it's definitely a deck that you have to read through the guidebook and just spend some time with the cards to get the meaning. But I came to love that because I can gain more from working with a deck like that. You can learn more from it. Not like I know everything about, you know, traditional meanings or just the easy ones, but when something is more different, it makes me for sure stop and, you know, just think about it, which I need to do more often anyway. So 3 of Wands. And yeah, it's kind of similar, but in the same way not. So very interesting. I really don't like how sticky they are. I don't like these kind of gildings, no matter how pretty they are or how nicely my skin sparkles. Okay, and I have a new, really cheap but really cool mushroomy ring. So, which is the 4 Wands. I mean, you can kind of see the celebration part, you know, having some little feast. The 5 of Wands, I'm trying to be a bit more, you know, quicker with these. 5 of Wands with a lot of snakes. This is also different. 6 of Wands. I guess it could be celebratory because it looks like she's the big fish among the small fishes or something like that. 7 of Wands. Oh wow. All the letters. Definitely will need to work with the guidebook. But this in a way reminds me of the Hush Tarot. I don't know, just the feelings, just the mood or the feelings of the cards, which I kind of thinking about getting soon because I'm intrigued by that deck as well. 8 of Wands. I have no idea. I mean, yeah, hoax. I mean, I'm assuming this is a hoax, but don't quote me on that because it's a bird. It's, you know, that's forward moving and just powerful energy. And it's a bird, so it's messages, but it's not as Rider-Waite-Smith and as you would expect, or as I remembered, or whatever. 9 of Wands, but for example, the 9 of Wands is, so it is, and at the same time it's not. 10 of Wands. But that's why art is amazing, because people can just turn ideas into something completely new. Because there is this figure, I mean, I haven't noticed at first that this is the head and the shoulders. I just saw the 2 hands and I was like, eh? You know, hugging a whale. But is the whale carrying all the weight, or why is it, this figure hugging the whale? It's very interesting. Okay, the page of Wands is a fox with a lot of geometric and triangles and stuff like that. We have the Knight. She really likes these flashes coming from the eyes. I like the overall mood of the card, even if I'm not entirely sure what it means at the moment. The Queen. Interesting. I mean, it could be a strength card in other decks. It looks like a strength card. And the King is an animal. And it's sticking together. Okay, so that's the King. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this over there. And then I'm gonna pull out the 4 aces, and then you can decide which one is your favorite. So Ace of Pentacles by Molly Applejohn is responsible for the coins, and I really like this one. I mean, purples and lilacs. Wow, surprising. And I like that it's a little mouse. I used to keep them, so I'm partial to them. 2 of coins, a much more traditional and for me much more easily understandable illustration. Three of Pentacles. Not really a teamwork at first glance, but we'll see. The 4 of Pentacles is a pirate rabbit. I have no idea why. I'm sorry I can't really offer my opinion on the deck, but this is the first impression walkthrough anyway, so once I work with it I will of course film a 6-month in video, and then I'm quite curious how my understanding of the deck will change. 5 of Pentacles, it's, yeah, I mean you can get the isolation from it, feel being alone. 6 of Coins, interesting that on some images the traditional part of it are kept. I really like these coins actually. I'm kind of sad that what we use these days are, you know, so similar. I mean, I know that's how you know they are not fake, but I really liked those in movies and whatnot where coins were just, you know, made by the king or whatever, and they were not unified. 7 of Pentacles. Oh, it's so cute. Whole family raccoons. The 8. The owl. Does it stick together? No, it's not. And working on making the pentacles. Interesting. I mean, the owl is traditionally connected to wisdom, so not that surprising. The 9. Oh yeah, you have everything you need. And you can take a nap and just, you know, be content because you're happy, healthy, and safe and secure. I like this one. 9 of Pentacles. The 10. Aww. Legacy with a very smart octopus. And little half-human octopus babies. I like this card. It's really nice. The page of sticking together cards. I'm curious how long the gilding is gonna stay, because I mean I have this shimmering glitter on my hand already. So the page of Pentacles with a lot of foxes. Who knows why? I mean, there's a lot of animal energy in the deck, and I wanted to say I don't have a lot of animal decks, but I have the Oak, Ash and Thorn, so I have the animal. I mean, for me right now it's the animal deck. Knight with a bear. Hell yeah. I mean, what's more fierce than a bear? A bear. Queen with a ram. but all the dried herbs, because she's the Queen of Pentacles, so she knows everything that's connected to the earth and that realm, which is really cool. The King, oh wow, I mean those eyes. I wouldn't want to run into him anywhere because even though this is very pretty, I mean it is, you can see all the intricate details, but he's kind of too non-human-y. Okay, so that was the Pentacle, and then we're going to the Cups, which is made by Eden Cook, sorry. Eden, that's such a pretty name. Okay, this is the Ace of Cups. Interestingly, two people are filling the cup. That's an interesting idea. Yeah, the two. Oh, it looks like a really peaceful, quiet night that you spend with a loved one. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Three of Cups with froggies. I mean, you have so many froggies. And eyes, because you have to have eyes in this deck at least. Oh, the Four. That's a good one, because this person is like, I have my bunny, I'm happy and content and I don't need anything else, and they're like, but I could give you more. Five of Cups. Okay, so there's a snake as a scarf. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard to not feel very sad and lonely when snakes are your company. Oh, that's not true, it's not fair. Okay, I didn't say that because, come on, look at it. This snake is so cute. They want to help, but this person is like, nah, I read the drink, and this snake is like, okay, then I'm gonna ruin your drink so you can be an alcoholic. Oh, Six of Cups. So interesting. I like that. You know, it has that ritual that you share with others, but that draws from old memories and old knowledge. So you're connected to the past that way. That's a very cool way to look at the Six of Cups. Not just, you know, nostalgia and good old days. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad interpretation. Just this one is much better. Seven of Cups. All the options, but nothing as it seems. Eight of Cups. I mean, that's an interesting one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I have no idea. Nine of Cups. I mean, this doesn't scream happiness for me, but it's not bad. There's a lot of cats with that, which I don't mind. I mean, I have mine here, so... She gave up, by the way. She went back to sleep. 10 of Cups. Interesting that they are both wearing a blindfold. Maybe because they don't need to see each other to know that they love each other. And there's a huge ass polyp around them and jellyfish. So they're definitely underwater, but they don't seem to be fish people. So the page, oh, that's really cool. Page of Cups. Teaching others, huh? That's cool. And there are common elements in, you know, between cards, I guess, because I think that one of the knights had that wing thing going on, and there was a bear with another one, so it can be that they were talking about this and they made little things that connected the knights together, for example. I mean, I have no idea, I'm just, you know, guessing here. The Queen is, as per usual, underwater with seals next to it, and she looks like kind of like a water ghost, or, you know, part of the rock. Interesting. I mean, she's the only queen, I think, that's underwater, because usually the queen is above the water because she mastered the element, you know, she's not immersed in it. Though that can be that she's so powerful now that she can swim in all the emotions and it won't affect her, which is really cool. I wish I could do that. The king is crying, is it? That's what it's doing? Maybe. Okay, so that was the cups. And we have my favorite suit with the glare. Oh, okay. And the swords by Krista Gibbard. Oh, sorry. Gibbard. It's with an A, so Gibbard. No, okay. I'm gonna stop. That's what I'm trying to say. Gibbard. I'm really sorry. Especially because look at this. How cool is this Ace of Swords? The teeny tiny mouse with the crown. I still don't get the usual, you know, Ace of Swords from it, but I can't wait to start working with it to understand why. I like this too, because it suggests that there's gonna be consequences of your decision, plus that this little bird spent so much time deciding that it built the nest and couldn't move forward, and you shouldn't do that. The tree with not a bleeding heart. I'm sorry, I don't know why I have so stuck together, but it's really cool because we don't need that. The tree is actually really suffering if we do this, so. But we have the evergreen and the frog, so there's life after tragedy as well. The 4 in this suit, I mean, this suit is much more pippish, but it still has that, you know, taking a break, a rest feel of it. And oh, I like this, because I'm sorry about, you know, I'm not hating on serpents and stuff like that, but that's usually connected to evil and being selfish and whatnot, and that's the 5 of Swords is being selfish for me. So I don't mind a pippish deck when there is something that connects to the main meaning of the card, for me at least. The 6 with a snake after it, so you're starting to move, but your past is still there, it's still part of your life, so you can't pretend it's not following you. You will have to deal with it at some point. Okay, and the 7. I like the expression. Is it a raccoon? Is that the English one? Could be. Oh, and a falcon. I really hate that people do this to these animals. I wish, can they stop already? I think it's just so cruel. You don't let them fly when they want to, and they can only, you know, hunt when you let them. I mean, we don't need that. This is just a sport for some spoiled people. I don't care how royal or how whatever traditions and blah blah it has. I don't care. Can we stop, please? Yeah, and because of that, I don't really see the 8 of Swords, because the bird is completely under control of the human. So it's not like you can, it's not like the bird can actually just be like, okay, I can lose myself, because there's a human with the control. So I mean, I understand what it's trying to mean, but for me it's not working. The 9 is really good. Yeah, that was the 8, okay. Oh, the 10. Oh, can you not, please? Can you stop doing that? Can you not? Okay, you can't. Yeah, a good one. Because it feels like you're dying, but maybe you're not. The page with a fox that looks like half rabbit for me. And interesting that this is in the desert and the night is in the wintry forest, so it's two different, completely different elements and area. But let's see again the bear on the night. The queen. I'm quite curious if I will like this deck. I really will like it, or if I won't like it. The king, I like this king, because there are just, I mean, if it's gonna depend on if I can actually start working and understanding the cards and working with it, or if it's just gonna be a struggle. Okay, and then we have this and this. For me it's not that easy. I thought that I would, I'm sorry about the glare on this one, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it this way and then you can look at it. I thought that it would be the sword suit, but I really like the pentacles as well. But like I said, if you look at it, it's not that different that you can't, you know, use all the cards without being like, oh, it's a different artist. This is like so different that it's get distracting. I mean, I know that there are people who are not bothered by that, but like I said, I am. So I mean, I think I am. Maybe I should start working with multiple decks for a reading and then see if I get bothered by it or not, because I'm not bothered by different oracle cards and oh, come on now, all the jumpy cards, different style of oracles and tarot decks. So maybe I just put this in my head. But with the 28 there were just cards that I didn't really like. I really didn't like the style, so that's what I'm thinking, that there's too much of a risk with that kind of a deck. But with these, but this deck, it's just for artists. So okay, let's see, let's try to have 3 different ones. Okay, I mean, it's the wands, 2 wands and the sword, so let's change the 1 to justice. It's not that bad, I mean, oh, stupid glare. I mean, you can see it for this. It's actually really cool because this card is one color, you know, like very soft, and that the upper part is similar, and this is a much more colorful, and the lower part of this card is more colorful, so in a way it connects in a wave, which is really cool. But yeah, that's all for the Ostara deck, Ostara Tarot, by all these lovely people that I'm not gonna attempt to, you know, say their names, besides the usual, because I didn't want to spoil the cards. I don't know if there are any. Oh, we have the artist's illustration at the end as well. And I don't see any spreads. Are there any spreads? No. Okay, so no spreads. But you know, I don't need that. So yeah, I don't know how this gilding will hold up. It might be horrible and chippy. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah, that was my not so short and cat interrupted walkthrough. Hope you like this deck. Please let me know if you have it. What do you think about decks that have multiple artists? Do you like to work with them? Does it give you something extra special? Should I look into 1 or 2? Please, if you have a recommendation, always just let me know. And other than that, please like this video, subscribe, and yeah, find me on everywhere where you can find me. Not in a dark alley, please. And yeah, see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.